Welcome to Ever Home. I am your host, Natasha Phillips. Today we have with us Juliet Prater from Modern Life Technical Solutions. Hi, Juliet.
Hi, Natasha. How are you?
Good. So I know there's an interesting story about how you landed up with this company and your passion for technology. So I'd love to hear about that.
Yeah, it's been an adventure, and I had no idea where I was going to be when I started. I started out as a musician, and did my first professional film date when I was in high school, and from there started touring and playing on records, and just had a great time. And that allowed me to be in some of the best acoustic houses in the world, recording studios, whether it be Lincoln Center or Ocean Way Recording, and post-production facilities. It was all the best training I could have ever imagined to be doing Modern Life now. And I was able to learn from the best audio engineers and acoustic treatment companies, and just learn. It was like I had no idea, but it was all an internship to start my own company, Modern Life. And I started a music for Mac tech business, building computer systems so that we could get the most tracks and the most DSPs, and that really hardcore into Apple products, and started building recording systems and recording studios, which grew into my recording studio sounds so great in my house, can't you do my living room? And then there was security cameras on 2-inch tapes so we could make sure that the heads were engaging. And then when we started building all the recording studios in everyone's homes, then it was like I can't open the gate for all the people coming in for the sessions. So it was learning how to control the gates and phone systems, and then we're tracking strings from Abbey Road, so I had to learn everything about networking. And it was just about saying yes to the invitation and seeing where that would take me, and to do the hard work to do the learning. And then I was hired by a family to come in and build a little recording studio for the family's son, and they ended up hiring me to do a huge technical facelift, and he was a big entertainment mogul. And while doing that and overseeing other companies, I realized that I had learned a different set and a different level of skills from being in production, where there's millions of dollars at stake with every minute of production. You have backup plans. Yeah. You've well thought out design. You have everything labeled. You have everything dressed correctly so that you can get back there and fix things quickly. And I just realized that was lacking in the residential best companies out there, and decided to start Modern Life. And I knew that the only way that our company could ensure best practices would be if we did IT, if we did computer setups, and we were adminning their iPads and their iPhones and their phone systems and their networks and the smart home and the gate. That way I could ensure that we were going to get everything they could out of all the little pieces of tech that they had invested in their home. And here we are.
That sounds incredible. So tell us more about your company. What is it like to be a client, one of your clients? How do you understand what they're looking for, and then incorporate all their tech that they do have existing, and then produce them something incredible like you do?
Well, it's a relationship, and I think that I come from the stance that for anything to be successful, you have to listen. You have to hear what the homeowner wants, and then you have to set that up for success in a way that's easy enough for them to be able to get what they wanted out of the home. Our relationship, we work with everybody from A-list celebrities to CEOs to just regular families who have invested in tech, and they want to invest in tech, but they don't know what they can get out of it. So it's listening, and then educating them to all the possibilities that are out there. And then we start sculpting what they want in their home. And I think the difficulty in tech in the home right now with the homeowners is they think it's so hard. Mm-hmm. They don't know how to use it. And so you see a lot of DIY systems where everybody's in 10 different apps in their homes now, and they're pulling their hair out, and they come to us and like, I have it all, but I can't use it all, and it's just exhausting. So we try to put them in that one pane of glass, that one app, so that they can get the most out of their home, and as easily as possible. And we're all about whole home wellness, and being as green as we can in that approach. That's why you look at our logo, it's tech in a tree. That's been our focus since the inception, is how can we use tech to build a healthier home, to be more impactful on how we use power in our homes and our offices. So, we, from circadian lighting to, there isn't anything in the home that right now that you can't talk to. HVAC systems, lighting, shades, kitchen devices. So our challenge now is how to pull it all together, because there's so many options. But that's, listening, educating, and then pulling together an easy to use solution is our focus.
So what has been your most challenging project that you've worked on?
It seems like every project right now is the most challenging, because every day there's another innovation. Every day there's another piece of gear that we can talk to. And being on, back in the recording studio days, being on the bleeding edge meant you were the first to take on a new software, or the first to ingest that new technology. And we are early in so many devices now being able to communicate to control systems and to networks and to apps. And so some of them are set up for success and some of them aren't. So, we communicate with the companies that are providing the hardware or the software, and give them ideas on how they might be able to talk to, control systems so that the homeowner can get more out of it. Mm-hmm. And networking is a huge part of success with smart home technology. So we're very adept at setting up a proper network. Also, that brings in health. There's so many opportunities for a healthy home. And networking is one of them. Instead of putting an access point to cover 3 rooms and blasting that signal, put an access point in each room and dial down the radio. That's just one simple way you can be healthy in your home. And you start adding all those layers of smart, healthy approaches to tech, but you have to know where those opportunities are in tech. And that's a big part of our focus, is learning how to get the most out of what we install, but also how to get the best health for the home, for the family.
That's so interesting. And can you elaborate more on that?
The healthy home. So it's one of the things I'm so excited about right now, because you can, say you set an alarm for yourself to wake up at 6 o'clock. Well, you're slammed out of deep sleep right into an alarm and you wake up and you're groggy. Well, with a smart home, we can say, hey, I'm going to wake up at 6 o'clock, but at 5:30, let's start raising the shades if there's light out, or let's start raising the lights in the room. So you're bringing the outside in, that sunrise, sunset. So if the sunrise starts before my alarm comes off, I'm given a little time for my body to come out of that deep sleep. So when my alarm goes off, I feel more refreshed and I'm more sharp and I'm not groggy from being pulled out of that deep sleep. And then the opposite is also true. When the sun starts to set, the lights should dim in your house and go to more of a gold. We're so worried about the blue light from our iPads and our iPhones, and we do all the app settings. Meanwhile, you've got your lights on full in your home with that bright white, bright blue telling you that it's time to wake up. And now you're going to go to sleep right now. That's not how your body works. So we like to put in lighting fixtures and program circadian lighting through your house so that as the sun sets, the lights go to more gold. You set up the kids to start getting a little bit more tired. You start to get more tired so that you can actually fall off to sleep better. Healthy home, things like, being able to monitor how pure your air is, how the quality of purity in your water system. We love helping people get onto whole home battery backups with solar and creating true microgrids. That you can, from your one pane of glass, that one app, see what power you're using. There's a real great technology now that we just love the idea of. Say we have an earthquake or a fire like we just had. You'd want your home to be able to use the solar that you're creating. Well, a lot of the times homeowners don't know that you have to create a microgrid for you to be able to use that. So the LADWP can be down, and now you can't use your solar because you didn't create that microgrid. So that's just one of the opportunities where, we try to go the extra mile. Well, yeah, the tech's there, but what more can we do with it that's going to help that owner? We try to go that extra mile. Getting the most out of it and not having the homeowner know the heavy lifting in the background is the key to success. We've made our own MOLI 2.0, our own user interface that is just easy to use. And we work with a lot of families that have multiple properties, and we always say let us start with this one, and if you like the program, let us put that program everywhere, and that sets them up for success, because if they know how to use it here, then they'll know how to use it there and there and there. And that's where a lot of the frustrations come from, is I don't know how to use my Aspen house, but I do know how to use but then I went to Aspen and I forgot how to use this one. And you gotta make it simple. So whether it's a small family home to a homeowner with multiple estates, it's taking the time to think about them, hearing their frustrations, and then being willing to jump in and help them everywhere they are. And it can even be icons on their desktop at their office computer, and their speed dial on their office phone, and mimicking that at home. And that's a big reason why we are an Apple consultancy. We're certified in PC and virtual machines, and because computers, iPads, and iPhones are such an important part of everyday life. If you can't help them with that, if you can't put that app and this app and that app onto their phones and set up a secure network for those to work, you're not delivering a true solution, in my opinion.
And so how do you feel like talking about being secure, the network being secure, and home security, how has that changed over time? Well, it's changed so much. Right now, I feel like it's such an interesting time in regards to network security, cybersecurity. We try to always inform our clients about, don't click on links. So it can be like just the littlest things, day-to-day things that they can help create a safe infrastructure. We do mobile device management. A lot of the estates that we work in have, 20 to 40 devices because they've given their employees all iPhones. And so we take them all in. We can push out security. We can limit those devices to do certain things. Where information getting out is important, we can lock things down. We work with a lot of celebrities that have their own staff, security staff that trains and travels with them. So we're very comfortable and very used to working with that. And that comes a different level of security risk in regards to network, in regards to devices. So we have a lot of software that we put on in the background to help keep them safe. And again, with networks, you have to know networking. There's so many companies out there that just throw things in, or they have other companies throw things in, and all the ports are open, which basically on a network, you've got a house. And if all the doors are open, anybody can come in, right? So network security is all about knowing how to close those doors. And if it is open, how to let them in with, they got to ring the doorbell. They don't just get to come in. I mean, that's basic IT network security, but you have to have people who really know network security to set up a smart home to be not only functional, but safe. So as my final question, I want to know, what are you most excited about in your life right now? It could be work, personal, or both.
Excited about? That's a great question. Making a difference. Making a difference in my clients' lives, making a difference in the world, which goes back to how I started my company, because I wanted to make a difference using tech to create that healthy home, to save power, and making a difference in my son's life, in my friend's life. I just feel like you and I were talking before this interview about you were having a year of yes, and if you have a year of yes, not only can you make a huge difference in your own life, but the opportunities for you to help those around you will just fall in your lap, and you have to just say yes.